Hello guys and welcome to another build order video. Today we're going to be covering Anders. Now, Anders is currently one of the strongest leaders in the game, so if you're looking for that easy way to climb to the top, then use Anders and follow the tips given in this video. So the benefits of playing Anders is her super cheap and super fast global upgrades, really strong hero, extremely annoying Kodiaks, and a super unit you can drop in anywhere. So what's not to like? So starting the video, we're going to open up with a Jackrabbit. We're going to be sending one Marine to the supply here and one Marine to the power over there. Leader power, we're going to be choosing R&D level 1 and we're going to be building a generator second. Now, the Jackrabbit's going to be driving across to the right and going to start picking up the blue supply over on the right next to the mini base. As soon as you have enough supply, you're going to pick up that mini base. That stops your opponent from stealing that one from you early on. Third, we're going to be choosing another supply pad. As you saw, we upgraded the supply pad first, and then we're going to upgrade the generator as soon as we have enough power to do so. There we go, pick up that mini base. The second you've picked up that mini base, fly across to the right and go to the next power bundle. The key here for a nice smooth build is to make sure your units are always collecting supply or power. Keep them moving, keep looking at them. You can cycle through units on PC and on Xbox, which is really handy. You'll see that in the video. And we're going to be putting down an Armory 5th. So this is in order to get our hero out as fast as possible. Anders' hero is really good, Douglas. Tech 1, Tech 2, Tech 3, extremely strong. So the Jackrabbit has now picked up all the power. We're just going to go scout what the opponent's up to now, and we're going to put a barracks down on this mini base on the right here. And there we go, Armory's built. Almost got enough for Douglas. There we go, just a couple of seconds delay, but Douglas is on his way out. So our opponent hasn't actually taken the mini base at the back. We don't want to steal it because it will upset our build, and normally if you're playing a normal person and not an AI, they would have picked that up. So second leader point is going to go for R&D 2. Now you don't want to get any upgrades until you actually have the R&D 2. So that Douglas upgrade we just got was only 150 power compared to most heroes which cost 300 power. And there's another mini base that our opponent hasn't taken. So nice and smooth, we're just going to be building a lot of Marines, a couple of Flamers, a couple of Snipers, along with our hero. And that's going to be a good, strong Tech 1 army composition for us. And we need to take some power nodes, that's going to be the focus, while keeping our units alive. We don't really want to be going for a full frontal push into the enemy base until we actually get Tech 2. So research grenade for us as soon as you have enough power, and as soon as the hero's upgrade is researched, you want to be building a second generator. Now for this period, we're just going to be building a lot of units, a lot of Marines, taking power nodes, helping out power income. And on Tech 1, with the army we've got, we can just control expos from our opponent if they're not pushing either. If they're going for a quick tech, we can control our expos, get our own up. And always make sure you upgrade your second generator as well.
Generator upgrade complete. Local units. Rally point set. All units. Local units. All units.
Marines reporting for duty. Suited up. There. Marines, freeing up
yeah, so just keep building units. We've taken map control. We pretty much control the map. The opponent can't push out at the moment. So before we actually push up to their base, we're just going to wait for Tech 2. In Tech 2, straight away, we're going to get our hero upgrade. So the rocket launcher for Douglas. We're going to get combat tech marines. We're going to get infantry level 1, infantry level 2, and try and get dispersion nozzles as well. The good thing about Anders is that it all comes at half price if you have R&D level 2 compared to most of the heroes. So you're going to have a lot of power. And it researches at half the time as well. There we go, just queued up Tech 2.
Local units.
Frag 'em.
And there goes infantry level 1 being upgraded. And I'm just going to sack a supply pad and put an armory on there just so I can get that Douglas upgrade straight away because I'm ready to push. I'm sat outside of his base, I'm ready to push. I need all my units upgraded before I can do that push.
Can we get some anti-air support ASAP?
It's still late in the game, hasn't picked up the mini base, so I am going to take it this time because I have all my units.
Armory construction.
Research combat tech. Because we have about 60 population, I'm going to put down a fair generator. This is quite early for a fair generator, but if you dominate in the game like this, then there's no problem to do so. And we want to be looking at picking up an expo very shortly as well.
Rocket launcher researched.
So
Generator
we have rocket launcher,
Rally point set.
getting infantry level 2, we have combat tech, we're ready to push.
Marines ready to serve. I want that point.
Not really much resistance from our opponent at the moment, but we can assume that they're going to be camping up there with some units. It is 6 minutes into the game. Even legendary AI needs some units. Okay, so there we go. We're going to be pushing it. They have a lot of rangers and a lot of marauders. We were not expecting this when we pushed up to there. Our defense is going to go down, just push the rangers and marauders off. Our defense really good against vehicles, not so good against infantry. So generally in most games, pushing with full pop and all these upgrades at this point should cement you in a really strong position to actually win the game in this position. If it is failing exactly like it is now, don't panic. Just make sure you get an expo up while you're pushing. Try and do some economy damage to your opponent. And then we're just going to go into the Sentinel to end the game instead. So we failed on our first game plan. We're just going to eco up, play for the Sentinel, so we're going to be waiting for another couple of minutes until we get that next leader point. Now the leader point I just took was to make sure I have the shield on the Sentinel. You really don't want the Sentinel without the shield. The other play that you can do with Anders is going into Sentinel Beacon, building Kodiaks in Tech 2. And obviously you get that really annoying leader power which spawns sentinels everywhere, and then from there you go Sentinel Network. So you're playing infantry, you're playing Kodiaks. Again, control your opponent's expos, and there won't be really much they can do about it.
Supply pad upgrade complete.
Stand to, troops.
Supply pad upgrade.
So we lost that fight, but we did quite a bit of damage to our opponent's army, so they can't counter push at this moment in time. And you'll notice that I've got a Jackrabbit on whole ground, a sniper in the garrison, and a marine on whole ground on the other possible expo position that our opponent can get. So they don't have an expo yet. I have an expo. I know I'm ahead. Head on population, head on economy.
Local units.
But I don't want to lose that lead by pushing with not a lot
Point set.
and losing everything I've got. So we're just going to wait for that Sentinel. We're going to push with full pop, wait till we're ready. Push with full pop. As soon as we lose, I think it's 30 population, we're going to drop the Sentinel. Should end the game, but we'll see in a couple of minutes.
Let's do this, troops. Heads out. We got hostiles.
We're losing a power node to the enemy. Leader power ready.
Yep, so they're trying to pick up the expo now. Trying to steal my power nodes as well. Bit cheeky of them, but I'm going to deny both of them.
Upgrade complete.
Got to keep your opponent behind in situations like this.
Power node.
Hostile is down.
Command center upgrade complete.
Where do you need me, sir?
So I'm already take 3, because I had a lot of power early on from all those early power nodes that weren't contested by our opponent here. So I'm just basically getting upgrades now to boost my leader power bar, just so I can get the Sentinel a lot earlier and end this game.
Local units.
Bit of a waste of heal from the opponent there. Base is going to go down, there's no resistance.
Troops.
Rally point.
We know we're pretty much won, but I just wanted to wait for the Sentinel to show you what sort of pushes you want to do.
Reinforcements level 1 researched. Rally point set. Local units.
Especially because if you are playing a competent opponent, they won't roll over this easily. But Anders is still really strong, so all these upgrades, you can still end it at these stages in the game. You just need to know your win conditions with Anders. So that Tech 2 push, the Sentinel push, the Kodiaks, all hell. We're going to start getting a few Kodiaks out now, just for if the next push fails. That's what we want to transition into. Sentinel, Beacon, Kodiaks.
Rally point set.
So that point is about to come in.
Kodiak in play. Rally
Just
point
spamming Marines now to get to full pot.
Marines.
Economy's looking good. Going to pick up a third base.
Local units. Local units. What are my orders, sir?
This first Kodiak, we're just going to set him down here. Help his siege. Take that node back. Got a few split units as well, taking over power nodes. So we're going to have 5 nodes to 0. So here we go. Leader point is almost here. Here it comes. Going to make a push on the opponent. Sentinel. We're floating resources so we can drop it as soon as we lose some population. But first, we want to see how much damage we can do with just Marines. Really, they're nice and cheap, but really strong. Especially that I've got infantry level 3 with combat tech as well. So make sure you throw all your grenades as much as you can. Keep macroing in the background.
Marines under fire from enemy ground troops. Eyes on
No Reavers from my opponent, so I know I'm pretty golden.
The final enemy base is under attack.
before they pick us off.
Supply package.
Lanes out. Step your up, Leathernecks. You got land you're paying. Move it. Marines. You want to kill a target?
This is me desperately trying to actually lose Marines on purpose to try and drop the Sentinel. So there we go, finally gets it off. No Reavers from the opponent. They do have a Foundry up, so we're going to focus that down so they stop producing. And if you didn't know, you can smoke turrets with the Nightingales as well. Stops the opponent moving. There you go, Foundry's going down. Not a lot the opponent can do about it. This game's pretty much over. So the reason we're doing the build orders versus the AI, so I can show you and speak over in depth what you actually should be doing. Within the Halo Wars 2 multiplayer guide that I am doing these videos for and writing, which I will release in the next few weeks, there's going to be real live scenarios using all of the leaders as well. So they're going to be complemented with videos like this, and then there's going to be a real live competitive video, so you can see the end-to-end more in depth of what to do, probably for more advanced people once you pick up the ins and outs of these basic beginning videos.
Our base is under attack. Supply pad upgrade complete. Local units.
Marines ready to serve.
The enemy has destroyed one of our buildings.
Eyes on me, Marines. Marines reporting.
Leader power ready. Local units.
So there you have it, a nice and easy Anders build order video showing you the strategies of what you need to do, playing the leader to the strengths, rather than mindlessly running through, losing all your units and possibly, potentially losing the game. I hope that's going to help a lot of you out there. Obviously, I will be going through all 16 leaders. Already done Cutter. This one is Anders. We're going to be doing through all 16, so do please subscribe to the channel so you can get notified of them. Thank you.